How about your Denver Broncos? That's it, baby. That's it. That's the win we needed. Big goals in front of us now, man. 11 in a row. I can't believe it. Let's get this party started right about now. Oh boy. Oh boy. How about that, boys? How about that?
Let's go, baby.
Love and life. Man, Broncos go out there. They get a fantastic victory. Get it done at home. Stay undefeated. My name is Keith Brugman. We got Jody the Judge Moncrief. We got Kenny Kirkpatrick, and I imagine the Rocket Man's going to join us. Jody, we came on the air. I jumped in the room. I seen a smile on your face, baby, ear to ear. What's the one of the things you said to me? Bo Nix's best game. Talk about this game, my friend.
Oh, yeah, definitely Bo Nix's best game. He was sharp in the pocket. We connected on deep passes. Great footwork in the pocket. Even when he got outside, he was looking to throw. A couple throws I wish he wouldn't have made, coming down that probably could have been picked, but we'll ignore those. But I like the dime to Troy Franklin for a touchdown. The fourth down, that's a gutsy call to go for and throw that deep throw. And that was a dime. He was wheeling and dealing all day. 4 touchdowns, 21 for 31. No complaints there. I mean, if this O plays like that, I welcome anyone to come into Denver and beat us. Try.
Yeah, just give it, just try. I love it. Go Broncos country only. 11 straight wins. That says Ernie Mays. Kenny Kirkpatrick, you talked about a lot of different things. You talked about an interception in this game. You talked about this game being close and tight and being a great game, but you also predicted the Denver Broncos victory. Talk about this Denver Broncos win today, man.
Great win. Playoff atmosphere right from the get-go. This may be your Super Bowl matchup. We'll see what happened with Micah Parsons. He went down late, but hats off to this Packers team, though. I got to give them credit. I had them as a little overrated. They're not overrated at all. They're a complete team as well, and they're going to be a force in the NFC. But back to the Broncos. Jody, I don't want to hear anything more about drops. You found your number 2 wide receiver in Troy Franklin. 6 receptions, 85 yards. That touchdown was a great pass by Bo Nix and a great catch by Troy Franklin. Great route. I don't want to hear about the drops anymore, Jody. Going forward, you found your number 2 wide receiver. Let's keep an eye out on the RJ Harvey injury, though. Heard late that he hurt his ribs. Let's hope that's a minor injury, because going to need him going forward for sure, because he had another solid game as well.
I had to laugh when Romo said that every ball thrown to Franklin he caught, and they were hands catches. They were today. He played probably his best. Kansas City was a good game because he made clutch catches when they mattered, but he didn't drop passes today. Clutch all game. So I don't want to hear any more about Bo. Can't just play zone, and that's how you defeat Bo, because Bo picked zone apart all day today. So
sure did. Look at that there, wheeling and dealing. We got Karen coming in saying, I feel bad for those who bet big on the Packers. I was so confident in the win. Broncos win. And Patrick Wiltsey coming in from Hawaii saying, aloha, boys, man.
Oh, Patrick.
hanging loose and loving life. Absolutely, Patrick. Thank you so much, man, for joining the show. Thanks for the Lion Coffee. If you don't know, Lion Coffee, lioncoffee.com, the best coffee on earth. You need to go check it out. But right now, it's all about this Denver Broncos victory. I mean, a complete game from this offense. I really felt, they willed themselves through some of the early woes that they had and came through, starting in the second quarter, starting in the third quarter, put it away in the fourth. Some good turnovers that happened in this game. Obviously, Riley Moss with an interception. We'll talk about that one, Kenny Kirkpatrick. But it really just all came together. It wasn't the prettiest thing from the defensive side, but Kenny, you said it, man. This is a team that's going to be a difficult team. It might be, quite honestly, a Super Bowl prediction or a preview or a sneak peek of what we have to come. Talk about that interception, though. You talked about an interception in this game. We end up getting an interception in this game. It was Riley Moss that you predicted. It was Riley Moss that got the interception.
We had fun. We do our predictions. It was a bold prediction. Riley Moss was going to be the difference in the fourth quarter with an interception. He did come up with that fourth quarter interception, but I'm going to go a different route, Keith. I know you talk about that interception. I want to talk about the defense as a whole and the adjustments they made in the second half. After that quick touchdown in the second half, they pretty much shut the Packers down. 2 interceptions, sacks. That defense was the defense I remembered all year in the last 10 minutes, the last quarter and a half of the game. You had pressure on him all day long in the second half. Jordan Love, interceptions, and it could have been more. There could have been more, in my opinion. So hats off to Vance Joseph for making those adjustments after that quick touchdown in the second half, and big reason as well, a complete game in the second half, not only the offense but the defense.
Can I break some news? It's Adam Schefter's reporting Micah Parsons tore an ACL.
Ooh.
And Pat Mahomes
we're out. Yeah, I was going to say, while we're on that, Pat Mahomes as well tore an ACL.
Sorry,
that's
that one too.
Not going to be Denver could run the table into the playoffs. There's no doubt about it now.
Yeah, you hate to do it on the precipice that others are getting injured, but my goodness, man, injury to Micah Parsons, torn ACL, that's bad. Patrick Mahomes eliminated the day, torn ACL, not good. Mike does open up that opportunity. D-Rock coming in and saying Mile High Maniacs. Big win for us. Our flowers. Big win. Big win. Give us our flowers now. I'm sorry. Christopher coming in over on Facebook, loving what the Broncos are doing and talking about how, again, 2-point underdogs after you've won 10 in a row. I mean, pretty big upset, I guess, as far as Vegas is concerned. I got Phil McLaughlin just really quick. I got to hit this real quick, guys. Afternoon, Keith, Kenny, and the Judge. What a game. We still have to stop the deep pass completions. Offense looked good, but they are still having problems getting the play in. Question mark. A little bit of blowback on this Denver Broncos team, even though they got the victory. And by the way, he said sending some stars for the crew, 200 stars, man. I'll clap it up for that as well, man. Appreciate you very much, Phil.
And while we're on the stars, Michael Ronquillo saying good evening, Keith, Kenny, and Jody. Go Bo Broncos, also with 100 stars. So let's give him a clap and this salute. Everybody's friend, Michael Ronquillo, and everybody's pal, Phil McLaughlin, with the stars tonight.
And everybody
else is a star.
Yes, everybody's a star.
Speaking of
shooting
stars.
for the stars, Mr. Rocket Man himself. Welcome back, Rocket Man. What a fantastic game. I know that you weren't here for the preview, so I'm going to give you the floor, man. How did this game play out versus how you thought this game would play out? Just want your thoughts, since we didn't get your thoughts prior to the game. What do you think about this victory as well, man?
Yeah, first and foremost, guys, and Posse, it's great to be with you guys. I know it's been a little bit, and I appreciate everything you guys have done, and I'm just happy to be here and break down the game. But yeah, I mean, for me, I was a little nervous about this game. I'm not gonna lie. I know it was at home, and it's something where the Broncos obviously have a home field advantage, and I think that was in their favor. But for me, like, this is really the biggest test I think I think for most of the season, I would say this was the Broncos' biggest test against the Packers right here. I think, and the Broncos just proved. I mean, this is a playoff team. This is a team that's fighting to win. They know how to win games, know how to finish games, and it's just, I mean, I'm just astounded and just amazed of what this Broncos team has been able to do. I thought this is going to be a game. This is going to be a hard-fought game. I never thought it was going to be one way or another for most of the game. It was a very competitive game. This is a very competitive Green Bay Packers team. I mean, I think Tony Romo said it. We could very well see this team in the Super Bowl. I mean, the Broncos and Packers, these two teams. And so, I think that this is just something where I think the Broncos are proven that they have taken big strides in the right direction, and they can win playoff games. This is a kind of one of those playoff games kind of atmospheres, and just got to be very happy about this Broncos team, both offensively and defensively, stepping up and doing what they needed to do to get a win, and a huge win, and taking care of your home field advantage.
Jody, hold your thoughts for 2 more seconds, maybe Kenny too. I just want to run through the comments. We got Dom saying, when you play against Denver, you will leave the game hurt. Seems like that happens to be the case. Our good friend Graham coming in and said, what a
not
game.
On dirty hits.
Hold on.
Not on dirty hits. No, but I'll tell you what, man, it doesn't matter. CJ Stroud, you go down the list, man. It seemed like it's a long list of injuries. We play aggressive, we play strong, and sometimes you're going to leave hurt because of that. What a game, Super Bowl favorites, says Mr. Graham. Good to see you. We have Mandy coming in and saying, so will they finally put some respect on my Broncos tomorrow? I have an idea. Maybe we don't want it. Maybe we want to continue to be the angry underdogs. Get that bulletin board out. That's right. Sutton is a number 1 wide receiver, a true number 1, says Dan. And an earlier comment saying that Sutton seemed to have a pretty good game as well. I'm just trying to get through all these. Hey, hello, Rocket Man, and hi, Trevor, says Phil and Michael. Just getting through all these comments. You guys are a rock. We appreciate you guys. We come here for you. You guys support us a ton, and it means a ton to have you guys and gals out there supporting us. Like I said, I wanted to just hold you off for a second. Jody, I'll go to you. Kenny.
No, I was just going to allude to Paul's comment on Sutton picking the ball off, and I'll be real quick.
Yeah, Surtain.
I think Matt LaFleur blew it by trying. You just scored really quick on the Broncos. You get them off the field, Broncos offense off the field, and you take a deep shot on PS2. You want to take a deep shot on somebody else, that's fine. But you're taking a deep shot instead of trying to sustain a drive and wear the Broncos defense out, and maybe – jump 2 scores ahead of them. He takes a deep shot, tries to get pretty, and PS2 comes up with the great interception. And unfortunately, Christian Watson, like Michael alluded to, chest injury because
that's where the game changed, in my opinion.
It did, in my opinion, too.
I was going to go over to you, Jody, next. If you had anything, I didn't know if you had your mic all lit up, ready to go, and that usually means you're ready to go. You wanted to talk about something.
I was just going to throw out a couple things. Whoever said Sutton's a true number 1, 7 for 113 and a touchdown. I mean, had that huge 4th down conversion. That was huge. And I liked our bounce today. 34 passes, 31 runs. I know a couple of those are bow scrambling. So, I mean, you're never going to get 50-50 out of Peyton, but you get this kind of pretty close like that, you're going to be hard to beat, man.
Yeah.
And the D, this was a tale of 2 halves. I mean, when Surtain picked that ball off, everything changed. Denver started blitzing, and you could tell at the end. But I don't think Sean Payton really cared if he picked that first down up or not, because he knew he could trust this D, and that's what I love. He doesn't care. He's going to rely on his defense. So. He's got full confidence on both sides of the ball now. You can see it. And like I said, I welcome anyone to come into Denver and come beat us.
Yeah, I mean, this team is – well, let's just face it, man. I think they've shocked us all compared to where the beginning of the year is at. They've continued to play that underdog. They've continued to stack wins. They've found ways. And like you said, Jody – really stood out to me. This defense was a tale of 2 halves. They didn't hardly have any pressure on Jordan Love in the first half. You see that interception, which they said Zach Allen got a little bit of pressure on him, interception by PS2. And next thing you know, it seems like the the sacks and the pressure started coming in waves at Jordan Love. We finished the game out on a sack. It's just the way it felt like it ended up continuing to climb and gain momentum. And this Broncos defense climbed their way back into this game a little bit, where they continued to, there was no punts for like 6-7 possessions. They were either scoring touchdowns or field goals. This defense was a tale of two halves. Good to see them take it and put it together and get the victory down the stretch in that regard. Trevor, I'm going to hold you off for a second. I'll go back to Kenny because Kenny hasn't had a second. I'll go back to him in a moment. Or back to you in a moment.
I just, enjoy this because next week, this is playoff football right now. This stretch, Packers today, next week, Jaguars are coming in hot, arguably the hottest team in the NFL, blowing teams out. So they're coming in with a head on their shoulder. They're fighting for the AFC South and an outside shot at a 1 or a 2 seed still. So they're coming in next week. Then you got the Chiefs and Chargers. So each week, this is great for the Broncos. There's no pushovers. There's no teams that are out of the playoffs. Well, the Chiefs are, but that's always a rival game. Chargers at the end of the season. These are all meaningful games for the teams that are facing the Broncos too. So you're going to know more and more about your team going forward in the next couple of weeks, heading into the playoffs now, because now you clinch the playoffs. Now it's time to clinch that 1 seed. So keep it going. And, each week, 1 week at a time. That's all we say, 1 week at a time. And things will happen. And this has been one of those magical years. Teams that have bad years. Here we go. Mahomes hurt now. He's done for next year. So ride it, because right now it's been one of those special years. And this could be a special year where in February, we're holding that championship, Bronco country.
Holding that trophy. Phil's dropping some stars. I'm going to have Trevor address this one. He says you got to give little Jordan Humphreys a shout out. He's dropping 100 stars. Just wanting to talk about him here. Little Jordan Humphreys, cut from the team, goes to the New York Giants, ends up coming back to the Denver Broncos, goes out there. He's a blocking guy. He's a guy that, went out there and was wheeling and dealing. Got a touchdown today. Had great hands on a couple of first down completions, if I remember correctly. Of course, that one right across the goal line as well. Talk about little Jordan Humphrey, the addition back to the Denver Broncos of him.
Yeah, I think Sean Payton, did a great job bringing back little Jordan Humphrey. when he didn't have to, and I thought you've seen little Jordan Humphrey's impact today throughout today's game, both in the run game and also in the receiving game. 3 receptions for 42 yards and a touchdown. Again, it's not like it's star numbers, but it's definitely something to build upon. I think little Jordan Humphrey can be some sort of weapon for Bo Nix. He's not going to be his number one weapon by any means, but I think he's going to be a guy, nice complementary piece for this team, and a guy that Sean Payton believes in, obviously bringing him back to Denver. But I also want to give a shout out to Troy Franklin as well, Keith. I don't think, again, I don't know what it is with some that just don't think that he can be a true number 2, at least wide receiver. 6 receptions, 85 yards and a touchdown. And he was targeted 6 times. That's tied for second most on the team today. Troy Franklin's been awesome all season long. He's
no drops today,
and we can talk about Cortland Sutton, but Cortland Sutton is taking attention away from Troy Franklin, but Troy Franklin's getting open. There's a reason why he's getting targeted so much. There's a reason why he's getting the ball even thrown to him. He's obviously getting open. So Troy Franklin, for me, I think he's solidifying himself as a number 2 wide receiver. We've got to start giving him credit for being number 2. I know there's drops. There's drops with every wide receiver. There was drops with Troy Franklin in college when he was at Oregon. I get that, but time to get this guy his flowers, man. He really went out there and balled today. He's balled for most of the season. He's really helped give Bo Nix another weapon with this offense.
Absolutely. Jody, I'll turn to you on this one. Now that RJ Harvey is hurt, if this injury obviously is prolonged or takes him out of any future games, what do the Denver Broncos do at running back position? Not a deep room for the Denver Broncos, not the right time to necessarily pick up another injury. What do you think the Denver Broncos do in this situation if RJ Harvey isn't a go?
I think it's just wait and see. You got to know how hurt he is, I guess. If it's just a minor rib injury, I'm sure he'll play through it. You can ride Jaleel McLaughlin a game or two. you've got Deuce Vaughn on the practice squad. You have the guy that was on the Raiders practice squad.
Sincere
You picked up
McCormick.
since, yeah.
Yep.
Then you can ride that. I think you're going to be in a somewhat of a shootout next week, maybe with Jacksonville. So, I don't. If he's out one game, it's not life or death. I mean, you've now built in a 1-game cushion with the Pats losing today, and that's great news for Denver that Pat Mahomes is out on Christmas. So, I'm just gonna say keep fingers crossed. It might just be precautionary that they just took him out at the last. So till I know, I'm not gonna worry too much. But if he is hurt and down for a while, I mean, there's not really much you can do. There's not that much out there, and you have to ride with what you have. Sounds like Harvey or Dobbins may be back quicker than the Super Bowl, from what Peyton has kind of hinted. So maybe that is come playoff time. So we'll see how it goes. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully Harvey is short term, not long term. We don't have a whole lot of options. Obviously, like you said, we can ride McLaughlin for a little bit. Prentice has even had a few runs in there, but he's not going to be your running back. We got Carl coming in on Facebook saying good win. We have Michael Ronquillo pointing out something I wanted to point out as well. Wide receiver Michael Bandy with his first career touchdown catch. I talk about players, kind of rising up as the end of the season comes around and into the playoffs. I don't know if Michael Bandy will be it, but Michael Bandy, a guy that's been on the practice squad, took his lumps when he got his call up and had a fumble on a kick return. Haven't heard or seen much of him since. Went out there and was part of the weapons that part of those weapons that Bo Nix was able to utilize today, putting up 4 touchdowns in a victory. And hats off to Michael Bandy, man. Good for him, man. Yeah. I did notice I don't know if anybody got on the ball because he was pretty excited and that he spiked that ball and was running around all over the place.
He did have the ball. Yep.
He did end up getting it back. That's good.
Can I add one thing? And I don't know if anyone else thinks this way. If people think Bo Nix throws off his back foot, Jordan Love throws off his back foot every throw. I don't see him step into throws at all. Just something I noticed. I don't know if anyone else notices that or it's wild the amount of off the back foot he throws.
Yeah, for sure. Saw it on first hand today, obviously, but don't watch too many Packers games. Otherwise, I'm all wrapped up in the AFC usually. Well, Kenny,
I have a name at running back for the Broncos if RJ Harvey's out, and it's a big if because we just saw Phillip Rivers today, 44 years old. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to bring a 44-year-old running back in, but I'm going to give Ezekiel Elliott a call. See if he wants to come out and play for a few games, have a chance at a playoffs and a Super Bowl run with the Broncos for a few games. If he's in football shape, give him a tryout. Ezekiel Elliott, he ain't going to fumble the ball. He's going to be that veteran. He's going to block. He'll do what he needs to do, get some carries. Yeah, he doesn't have that explosive speed where he's probably going to break one for 50 yards. But you need those 3 or 4 hard-earned yards. I think Zeke will still get it.
Interesting. Trevor, we didn't mean to cut you off, but an interesting call on Zeke. Got to find a guy out there who's kind of like riding the couch at this point because you're not pulling much off of anybody else's roster as far as the practice squad is concerned. Trevor, thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to panic about the RJ Harvey injury just quite yet. It's a rib issue. I mean, players deal with rib issues all throughout the season. He's going to have all week. He'll probably be limited in practice most of the week this week, just in time for next weekend's game. But I'm not really ready to panic on that yet. I will just say, though, that I think Sincere McCormick is a guy that you can rely upon. I would rather go that direction, I think, than Ezekiel Elliott, just because Ezekiel Elliott's a name, but it's like he wasn't very good when he was last in the league. There's a reason he was cut. So Sincere McCormick, I know you can say the same thing about him, but you signed him to the practice squad. He's got NFL experience being in there. I know it was with the Raiders a little bit last season. And I think he's shown a little bit of production in the past. So I think if you got to go that direction, I think that's a name to watch. Jaleel McLaughlin will be in there. Tyler Bidet will be in there. So you have some sort of depth if RJ Harvey ends up having to miss next week's game. But I'm not ready to kind of panic on that injury quite yet, just because it's still pretty fresh. With rib injuries, just keep in mind they do happen throughout the season to most players. Just because they don't get reported doesn't mean that players aren't dealing with rib injuries. But I mean, no, I mean, I'm waiting to see what this RJ Harvey injury is. Maybe Denver, ends up holding him out just for precautionary reasons too, which is, hey, I wouldn't be against that. But just a couple names to keep in mind. With Sincere McCormick, them just signing him to this practice squad this past week.
Yeah. I mean, we could be going down this path all wrong. This could be a minor injury. We could see RJ Harvey right back in the lineup. But it does bear mentioning we haven't had a whole lot of injuries this year. When we have, it seems like this team has been very precautionary and making sure that they're ready to hit the field again. So I think there is also some weight in the fact that we could also see RJ Harvey maybe not play a game just for that reason, to make sure he's right. So,
and I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm Matt LaFleur. What that kind of a play? What was he calling today? Play calling. His play calling just was not. I don't think anywhere close to where it needed to be. I mean, Jordan Love, 40 pass attempts. So, you got to be kidding me when you have Josh Jacobs in your backfield. I mean, I know Josh Jacobs can catch balls, as a receiving running back as well, but it's like, I mean, that's not a recipe for success either. We get on Sean Payton all the time for it, but like with Matt LaFleur, you gotta be able to adjust to your team as well. And I thought Josh Jacobs was running the ball pretty well for most of the game, and it kind of seemed like they weren't really feeding him as much.
He said he was on a pitch count.
Yeah, injured all week, didn't practice.
You still have Emmanuel Wilson that you can use. You have a 2 running back kind of committee there if you need to go to that. I just felt like you were kind of playing into the Broncos defensive hands when you had Jordan Love drop back to pass 40 plus times. I mean, that to me, it's just silly on the road against this pass rush. That's silly to me. I don't know why they ever went in that direction. I mean, kudos to the Broncos defense, Vance Joseph, for making them go in that direction and keeping them in 3rd and long and whatnot. But I thought Matt LaFleur's play calling today was not very good. Sean Payton's, though, I will say, man, give this Broncos offense some credit. They're really, really helping their case, I think, going forward and showing, I think, a lot of the critics that this offense is for real and the talent that they have, especially Bo Nix. Bo Nix was fantastic today. I think he arguably was MVP of the game.
Great game from Bo Nix. I wanted to get to this one from Michael Ronquillo. I see that Kenny's in there agreeing. He says, I didn't like Sean Payton going for it on 4th down and let the Packers have a chance to get a late touchdown, a 2-point conversion. What, and Kenny, you said, hey, I agree, Michael. You didn't like the idea of going for it on the late in the game, under 2 minutes to go, or right around 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go, I think it was, and then, giving them the opportunity to go back down the field with one field goal. Why didn't you like it? And by the way, Clayton saying, hey guys, smash and share that, smash and share that. Smash and like and share and I'll do all that stuff. I'll read it in a second. What do you think about this, Kenny?
I didn't like it because of the team you were playing. That's a good offense on the other side of the ball, and they showed it in the first half and that first drive in the second half. Yeah, there were some adjustments and the defense stepped up, but you pin them back inside the 20-yard line, and they got to go 90 yards on your 80, 90 yards on your defense, as opposed to only 50 by Sean Payton going for it there. And he put the defense in a bad spot, possibly, but the defense once again stood up. It worked out, but I thought that was a little too aggressive there. You have an 8-point lead. Put your defense, in good hands. Let your punter do the job and pin them deep. I didn't care for it, and it got away with it, in my opinion, because of how good the defense was and stepped up at the end.
And that's why I liked it, because you're trusting your defense. You not only got to go down and score a touchdown, you got to score a 2-point conversion. And would they have 90 yards the second half? They weren't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. My last response, and I'll quick so you guys can all go. Is a minute left. Yeah, my defense is doing good. Why do I need to be up 2 scores if my defense is doing so good? Just pin them back and end the game. You didn't end the game there by going for it. And everybody's on, including myself. I'm pacing back and forth, biting my nails, and followed this Bronco team all year. And it's like I'm waiting. I know it's going to be exciting at the end, and like Martin said earlier, 3 heart attacks and a stroke. It could have been, no easy peasy if we punted there. But Sean wanted to make it hard. It worked out. all's good. Broncos are in the playoffs. Let's
Now,
go.
now I didn't agree with Romo when he said you got to go for it because if you kick the field goal and miss it, they get the ball right there. Well, if you go for it and don't get it, they get the ball right there too. So I mean, it's the same.
5 yards.
It's the same. So I would have rather I agreed going for it over kicking the field goal.
I will say I do agree with them going for it, but I don't like the play call. I don't like
Agreed.
the handing it off to their fullback. I mean, I could see that from Paris. I mean, you cannot sit there and have that play call and run that and expect an NFL caliber defense not to stop that. I thought that was horrible. I think you should be able to have like a quarterback sneak of some sort, or maybe some sort of a tush push. I know that we don't like to bring that up a lot, but I mean, it's just you need a yard. I mean, it should not be that even that complex as much of a fullback run. Your fullback started way behind. I mean, behind Bo Nix. I mean, you're already losing leverage by doing that. I just didn't like the play call at all. I liked them going for it and Sean Payton being aggressive because you wanted to put this Packers offense to rest. And one way to do that is to pick up a dang first down and end the game. I mean, so I like the aggressiveness. I understand it. Just the play call was just off for me.
I agree. Peter Johnson coming in. He's saying, heck yeah, boys. What a win. Broncos stood up today and told the NFL world we are ready to win a Super Bowl. Let's go. I saw my good friend Jeremy Dressler in her earlier saying go Broncos as well. I had to give him a shout out as well. Michael Ronquillo saying the Broncos finally did not let running back Josh Jacobs get over 100 yards in a game, which he seems like he did on the regular, and maybe he was a little bit injured. I'll tell you what, Jody kind of hit it on the head, man. It wasn't because or maybe it was Trevor. It wasn't because Matt LaFleur called the perfect game. It was Jody. Man, they could have ran that ball game a lot more in this game. But Josh Jacobs did not get his 100 yards. I'm just fine with that. Josh Jacobs did have 2 touchdowns on the day. That was plenty enough. Broncos. And by the way, I was fine with it going on 4th down. I agree. I thought it was going to be a tush push right up the middle with the triple back set that they had back there, including a couple of big guys. We already had a pretty good luck on Bo Nix sneaking the ball earlier in the game with 3 guys like that behind him doing a little tush push. I think we're all set. Gentlemen, I can't believe it, man. We're in here. We keep rocking wins. I keep talking about wearing our orange and blue on Monday and feeling good about the week. And geez, now it's 11 in a row. Troy Franklin's number, by the way. Good game by Troy Franklin as they go 11 in a row, and Troy Franklin a big part of that. So, but we do need to get wrapping up and maybe get out of here for this evening. Talk about some upcoming shows that we'll have coming up. Can't wait for that this week. I told Martin that I would talk all about it. So here it is. We love talking Broncos football. We love talking NFL football. We've been doing these pre-game, post-games on the weekly. So check those out every single week. We always go post-game. We also have The Juice, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Tuesday, man. Go all around the NFL. We come right back at you on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Notice a little bit of a thing going on there. 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Denver Bronco Roundup. By the way, you'll catch the guys on the right-hand side of the screen, Kenny and Trevor for the Juice. Left-hand side of the screen, Wednesday, Keith and Jody will be in there talking all about this Broncos win, everything we have going on. Maybe we know a little bit more about what RJ Harvey has going on. Get into that Broncos. We come back on Saturday, and we have another Denver Bronco Roundup. This is our run up to the Sunday football game. That's at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Man, can't wait to talk Broncos football all week and the NFL. Big week in the NFL. Jody, you hit the mic. I'll go to you first as we go around and start wrapping things up on this episode post game.
I was just going to ask a quick question. Does anyone know what happened to Brandon Jones? That's why PJ Locke was in there, wasn't it? I didn't really notice him. So I don't know if he got hurt or what happened there, if anyone knew anything about that.
I'll tell you what, we will by Wednesday when me and Jody come right back at you. That's for sure. But if anybody knows anything in the comments, feel free to drop it in there. I don't see anybody talking about it right off the top. Jody, any final other thoughts as we about wrap this thing up? Outlaw Bill saying "Go Broncos country only" also came in a little bit easier and says just keep Bo leaving. So love that too as well, man. Bo Nick stealing today.
Bo Nix's best game by far this season. I mean, he was willing and dealing. He looked great in the pocket. Good footwork, throwing over the middle. The noise of he can't throw against zone needs to die down because he tore Green Bay apart today. And the D, second half, I think they were a little embarrassed what happened the first half, and they put it to Green Bay. They hurt Green Bay. They were hitting Green Bay hard. Multiple guys got hurt for Green Bay. Keep doing this because home field advantage is so important for this team. This crowd, you can feel it in the TV. You can hear it. It's loud there. You could see it multiple times. It affected Jordan Love. So you got to get this number 1 seed. Everything is falling right for you. You're not going to play Pat Mahomes now. Justin Herbert's hurt. Or has got the hand injury. This is all setting up for you. You need to win 2 of the next 3, and you are the 1 seed in the AFC. So that needs to be your goal, and do it healthy. And like I said, I welcome anyone to come in here and beat Denver. So
Karen was just asking that question, and good wrap up, buddy. I mean, we do need these 2 of the 3. We do have everybody on the ropes. It does look like a pec injury, according to Michael Ronquillo, for Brandon Jones. But Karen's coming in and says, I can't wait till next weekend. So when do we clinch home field? Get those 2, win 2 of the next 3. Win 2 of the next 3, and it's guaranteed right there. That's when you win. That's when you get your home field advantage. Kenny Kirkpatrick, appreciate you coming in here and being a fantastic host of the Denver Broncos. I know it's tough sometimes when your real team isn't doing the best, but we'll bring you along, man, and have you cheering along the Broncos.
Oh, and I will definitely cheer along. Real quick, I just want to say about the injuries. Brandon Jones, PJ Locke, I think you can afford to lose a Brandon Jones for a couple weeks with the pec injury. PJ Locke stepped in nicely. And how about Jonah Ellis coming back today? He had a sack today. So seeing him come back from injury was also good. Real quick, Riley Moss prediction. It was just, did my homework. I had a feeling they weren't going to go attack PS2 late in the fourth quarter. So I said, who's going to get the interception on this team? Riley Moss did. So that's why I'll pat myself on the back. But I think a lot of people could have predicted that one. So thank you.
And I was happy he got that because that was a trash PI call on him. That was horrible.
Yeah.
The NFL has a ref problem, and someone mentioned that earlier that there's a problem in the NFL, and that's one of them. That was straight garbage.
And I got 2 quick ones before I let you guys go. My first quick one is congratulations, Posse, my fellow horsemen. You Broncos are in the playoffs. Step 1 out of the way, but truly love following this team with you guys, and Posse, you guys make it so much fun for me. Appreciate you all accepting me in here with the Denver Bronco Roundup. Help when I can, and I'm here. And like Keith said, the juice will be on Tuesday. And this, in my opinion, I don't know how Trevor and I are going to do a show in an hour, because in my opinion, this has been the best week from top to bottom in the NFL so far this year. Plus, we're going to even sprinkle a little college football playoffs in there somehow in 1 hour. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we are. Come check us out Tuesday, 9:30. We're going to start with Broncos on Tuesday. So come check us out, 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain Time.
I'll add one other thing. When Kenny said we made the playoffs, Kansas City is out. They are not making the playoffs. Out.
That'll be some big news on Tuesday for sure.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do Christmas night. We know Pat Mahomes is out, but who
takes the field?
Who takes the field?
Yeah, it will be interesting. Trevor, some final thoughts on a victory Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, I guess it is now.
Yeah, that Christmas game might be a little bit more boring as we get closer to that Christmas game. But with Patrick Mahomes out, the Chiefs officially being eliminated, which is, again, it's a great thing. And but for me, I mean, for the most part, this team got out, and the Broncos also they got a victory, but they got out of this game with injury, kind of, with minimal injuries. I do want to mention Justin Strnad left the game with a leg injury as well. Then of course Brandon Jones with the pec injury. So just something to keep an eye on top of the RJ Harvey injury with his ribs. So Broncos might be getting a little banged up, but I think that, again, they've got enough depth that I think they can fill in holes where they need to, and start hopefully resting guys for the playoffs here pretty soon. But no, I mean, again, Broncos country, you guys deserve it. I mean, really, it's really fun to be able to cover this team and cover a team to go into the playoffs. I mean, we've been doing this quite a while on Denver Bronco Roundup, and I mean, it's just going from whole Russell Wilson to not making the playoffs to Sean Payton coming in, and it's just the success it seems to have. Seeing Bo Nix get drafted. I mean, and these players emerge, like Nick Benito emerge into the star that he is. The team in free agency, their approach. I mean, it's just everything has come together, and it's just really amazing to be a part of. And I'm truly honored to be a part of this and be able to cover this team for everybody and just be able to talk Broncos football. I mean, it's amazing to see what this team can do over the last 2 to 3 seasons, where the team's at from where they were. So huge props to Sean Payton and George Payton for putting this roster together and getting this team back to where they need to be. And the Walton Penner group as well. Ownership is huge in professional sports, and just them doing everything they possibly can, every single resource they can to put this team back on the map is amazing. But again, Broncos country, you guys deserve this, and I hope everybody enjoys this. I mean, really, truly soak it all in, because you never know. By the way, the Chiefs haven't missed the playoffs since 2014, so it's been a long time. It's great that they got eliminated, and again, Broncos country, you guys deserve this, and I hope everybody celebrating tonight. Celebrate responsibly, be safe. We'll see everybody next time. As always, go Broncos.
Go Broncos, Trevor. Go Broncos, man. I was thinking, man, it's almost the end of the year. We haven't done a giveaway, and the season's been great. So if anybody has an idea in the comments, we've given away a Bo Nix jersey. We've given away a Patrick Surtain jersey. We had some of the big stars. Who else should we try to get as a giveaway? Want to get your thoughts on that, because we should give away something here pretty shortly and get that order in for a Broncos signed jersey.
Keith, I'm going to add one right now for everybody. All right. I got a card store in town, and a few weeks ago I went and bought a couple of this guy's cards. I'm going to do it. You're not going to get one. You're not going to get two. You're going to get 3 Bo Nix cards, part of the giveaway. So we'll have 2 giveaways, Keith. I'm going to give that away to one of our listeners.
Right.
I got three right here. I got if you can see them.
Yep.
All right. One lucky fan. We'll do the giveaway, Keith, whenever you want, for Christmas or New Year's. We'll do it. And I got them right on the side here. Got a patch card, a rated rookie card, and a graded card for everybody out there. So a nice little Christmas Bo Nix package I'm going to give away to somebody.
Love it, buddy. You love it. We'll get that giveaway all lined up. Like I said, it's been too long. You fans have been too great. A vote in for Sutton, that would be awesome as well. I like that one. 50 Facebook stars from Phil, says Michael Ronquillo. So he's coming in saying, oh, someone's trying to beat me to it. Great show, guys. Go Broncos. Go Broncos. Appreciate all the help in the background. No, I appreciate everybody coming in here, rocking this show, man. It's been a fantastic show. We want to show some appreciation. Can't wait to maybe get some giveaways lined up for all y'all, because you've been amazing. Like, this team has been amazing, man. But check out Rocky Mountain Sports Network. Check out our amazing sponsor, Morgan Trinkets. Check out all our shows. We'll have to be back on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., checking out the Juice. And then Wednesday, me and Jody back again, 7:30 p.m. for the Denver Bronco Roundup. I'll fill you in on all the rest ones. You should just get to those 2. We'll get you from there for the rest of the week. But we do need to get out of here. Go enjoy that victory. Do it responsibly, like Trevor said. Go out there, do it responsibly. But I'll tell you what, even Poison Lady Karen said, I want to hear those claps. So go ahead, turn on those microphones and get those claps going, because this Broncos team, man, they're headed places. So good to see it, man. But we're going to get out of here. Enjoy your victory. Enjoy your 24 hours. Get back for the Juice. In the meantime, keep your boots in the stirrups, guns in the holsters, of course. Denver Broncos in your heart. Until next time, we're out of here. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy that victory.
Bye.